Go ahead and get started and see if anyone else hops in late. I'm excited for this practice today. If you read the notes, we're going to be moving through moon salutation, Chandra Namaskar. And I don't do this one very often, and I don't know why, because I really enjoy it when I do go through the motions, but it's just not one that pops up on my radar. But this week, there was a new moon, or excuse me, there was a full moon, and it was even what some call a super moon. So it was a big full moon, and I guess moon was on my mind, and I just thought this would be a really nice way to stretch everything out today. So the moon salutation is sort of the polar opposite of the sun salutation. So the moon salutation is one that you can do if generally it's a stretchier flow. It's supposed to be more of a cooling flow in that it's stretching. Obviously, we do some of the same poses that we do throughout any practice, but the idea is it's not a heat building flow movement like the sun salutation is. So you can do this at night, you can do this at the end of the day if you want to just sort of get a nice stretch and even out your energy through the body. It's nice when your energy is maybe feeling a little low and you're not quite up to moving through the vigorous Surya Namaskar, and it's just a nice variation for our practice, so I thought we would give it a try today. I'm going to begin today in a short meditation, though. So if you have a blanket or something you'd like to sit on, I'll hold my music for just a moment. And just find yourself a comfortable seat. Maybe bring your gaze down the nose softly, or feel free to close your eyes if that feels appropriate for you. As soon as you begin to settle your body, see if you can come to an awareness of the connection between your body and the breath. Awareness of your body as a beautiful extension of yourself, but it is not yourself. The breath is a beautiful extension of yourself, but it is not yourself. You are more than your body. You are even more than your breath. You are consciousness. You are awareness. And at the very depth of the center of your awareness, you are love. As you drop into the stillness in these first opening moments of your practice, see if you can feel your way through the depths and the layers of the external body, and recognize the love and awareness at your center. Let your body relax. Let go of needing to do anything more at this moment. And just drop in to the present. Let's take 3 more breaths. And then begin to open your eyes if you had them closed. Let the light come back to your vision. Feel how soft and grounded your body feels after just a few moments of silence and meditative awareness. Such a beautiful, calm feeling. And know that this is available to you at any time during your day, during your life. So simple. All right, so let's begin to move just a little bit to our seat. Let's lift our arms up, reach our fingers upward. We're going to be making some nice extensions through the body today. So feel your fingertips reaching skyward. Lift out of both sides of your hips. Feel the stretch in your ribs. Extend the crown of the head upward. Deep breath in lifts you a little higher, and then exhale. Let's take a little twist to the right. Just gently laying your hands down, looking back over your shoulder. Stay here for one additional breath. Release, and then inhale, come back to center. Lift your arms forward once again. Lift and really reach, get as much space as you can between hips and fingers. And then twist over to the left. Deep breath in here. Ground down. Beautiful. Come back to center. Drop your torso down in front. Just take a nice wide circle with your torso around. Circle it back, open up the heart. Exhale, let your breath out as you come down and forward. Inhale as you open and lift the back. Keep going, just stirring the pot, as they say, going around the world. Feel those little creaks and clicks. We all have them. And then next time you come forward, let's change the direction and circle back the other way. Beautiful breath carrying you forward. Inhaling and lifting you up. One more full time around. Very nice. All right, come back up to a seated position. We're going to extend one leg out. So let's take the left leg out. If I'm mirroring you, this should be your left leg to mirror me here. And just keep the right leg into the inner groin. So lift up once again. Take your left hand to your left shin. Right arm is going to reach up and over. Roll the right shoulder back, look over your right side, and then begin the bend over your ear. I want to not overextend here, but I want you to feel as much extension through those fingertips as possible. You can look up if that feels okay on your neck, or just keep your neck nice and neutral. Deep breath in, keep pressing down through the outside of the right hip. Exhale. And come back to center. This time take that right hand next to your hip. Left arm is going to reach up and take that stretch the other way. Roll the left shoulder back. Maybe gaze upward. Maybe you're seeing the clouds or the sky if you're outside, or just imagining them if you are indoors. Inhale and come back to center. Let's switch legs the other way. Bring the left leg in, right leg extends. Right hand comes to your shin, left arm reaches up. Extend, find length first, and then begin sliding your hand down the shin into your stretch. Each breath offers more space. Each breath carries you back to your center of loving awareness. One more. And then inhale, come back up, fingers down to the mat. Right arm reaches up, and you carry that over your ear. Turn and gaze upward. Breathe and open up. Beautiful. Come right back up. Go ahead and extend both legs out this time. Nice wide leg position. Hands are going to come in front, and just gently walk the fingers forward. Forearms coming down to wherever they feel comfortable, getting a stretch through the inner groin. And when you've gotten to what feels like the appropriate place for you to stop, see if you can flex your feet, bring your heart forward, and then fold a little deeper. So a nice flat back stretch through the lower lumbar spine, hamstrings, inner groin, all of that getting the first stretch of the day. Inhale and come back up. And we're going to come back to a seated position for just a moment. So come back to, you're not going to come all the way to Sukhasana, but just come to a cross-leg pose. We're going to lift up the left leg. Okay, so you're going to take that left foot in your hand. You're going to take that foot and guide it over to your left elbow. So the inside of your left elbow if you can. Now if that's too much, just hold your leg out front. You're going to know where your limitations are, so you don't have to mimic me entirely. But if you can guide the foot into the elbow, then take your left arm around, perhaps connect your fingers, and you're going to cradle your leg in your arms. Now if that's too much, back off. Maybe just get a little rocking back and forth, rocking the baby. You can imagine if there was a beautiful little infant in your arms, how sweetly you would rock him or her back and forth. In this case, the baby is you, so we're taking care of you. All right, release your hands, bring the leg down. And let's try that on the other leg. So left leg comes down in front. Lift up your right foot. First thing you're going to do is guide it over to the inside of your left elbow. Wrap your hands around. If you can connect your hands, that's great. You may just be holding it with your hand and in a wider position. See if you can lift up. So don't compromise your back. Don't round too much just to make this connection, and then just gently rock the baby back and forth. Keep breathing. Maybe offer yourself a smile, and then we'll go ahead and bring that foot down. All right, now let's come on around and we'll come into a tabletop position. So come on to hands and knees. the blanket for the moment, but keep it nearby. We're probably going to use it in just a few minutes. Pull this hair back now that I'm going to start finding it in my face any moment now. All right, so come on to tabletop position. Pressing and lengthening through your spines. Just take a little motion, take a few cat-cows here, moving organically, however it feels best for you this morning. You may want to pause in cat. You may want to pause in cow. Just move the spine, flexing and extending. Feeling your breath move naturally within you. On back to a neutral spine. We're going to go ahead and lower down to our belly. So come on down to your belly. Bring your hands up underneath your shoulders. Press down through the lower abs to support yourself and lift up to cobra. So just go slowly. I want you to stay here for a couple of breaths. Elbows are tucked in, heart is lifted forward. Shoulders are sliding down your back. Lower down, take a breath in a prone position. And then we're going to lift up one more time, so come on up to cobra once again. Your chin is reaching forward. Your neck is a nice long extension of your upper spine. Breathe. Opening the chest. And then lower it back down. Curl your toes under so that you can help yourself back up to tabletop, and then take a nice long open child's pose. So go ahead and drop your belly down between your knees for child. Deeply breathe, bring it all the way up and down the spine. One more breath. Very nice. Inhale. Come on back up to table position. This time we're going to come down on the belly once again, so roll back down. We're going to bring the forearms out in front as we come into Sphinx pose. Now in Sphinx pose, we're in the same position as we are for Cobra, but the forearms are down. We're going to roll and push the shoulder blades back. So make sure that your shoulders are not hunching up by your ears, but rather you're pressing down through your hands, your fingers, lifting yourself up, pressing down through the lower abs and the pubic bone, and your heart is reaching forward. Extend through your neck so that the crown of the head is reaching forward. I always say pretend that you're a unicorn and you have a huge horn on the top of your head and you're reaching it forward like they have in the beautiful pictures. I know, silly visualization, but whatever works. Breathe. We're going to stay here for 2 more breaths. Keep pressing the shoulder blades away and down toward the waistband. Maybe lift up a little bit more as that upper back gets a little stronger. All right, release it all the way down. Bring your hands back up and under and press back. Once again, take a child's pose. Let your tailbone arch down toward the mat. Ooh, let everything go. Nice full breath here. And then come back up to all fours position. All right, so let's take our blanket and we're going to bring that up under our knees. We're going to come into gate pose. I'm actually going to turn toward you, so you don't have to change, but I'm going to turn this direction. And we're going to come up on a kneeling position, so the blanket is often, you don't have to use a blanket, but usually feels good for most of us to have a blanket when we're on the knees, so feel free to use that here. So in gate pose, we want to come up, ground down through the lower part of our body first. So feel your legs engage, bring that energy up through the hips, lift it up into the shoulders, and then first start with your fingers reaching down. Then we're going to take the left leg out to the left, and you're going to externally roll the thigh. So that's rolling the thigh toward the back. Point your toes down the length of the mat. Just as we did in our seated position earlier, lift the arms up, reach them overhead, extend, extend, extend. And then left hand to thigh, right arm reaches up and over the ear. We're going to get some nice lateral stretches today. Breathe, keep sliding down the leg as the opening continues to find its way to you. Smile. Inhale, reach your arms up and bring them down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach up and over. Inhale, both arms up. This time we're going to take the the right hand down to the mat. Come right over on a lateral position. Lift that leg up if you can. If you need it there for support, you can keep it down. But see if you can press through the heel. A little stargazer or modified half moon. And then bring that foot down and back up. All right, from this position, I'd like you to bring your block, hopefully you have blocks around, bring your blocks just in case you need them and have them out in front. So we're going to be moving through, I'm going to show you this first. We're going to be moving into something we don't do very often, which is Skandasana, which is part of the moon salutation. So in Skandasana, very often our hands are down on the mat and we're actually lifted up on the knee. So you can see I've come and stood on my knee. See if you can see it this way. And then my extended leg is down the mat. So my hands are in front and this leg is extended and the foot is flexed. So if this is too much for you to come on this knee, here's where I want you to use your blocks. And we're just going to come up on blocks and do the same thing. So, I don't know, hopefully you can see this from here. I'm like this, okay? So we're still extending through the long leg. We're still feeling the stretch in the inner groin. But if it's too much for you to actually go down on the leg with your hands to the mat, then you can use the blocks in this position. If it's too much for you to go all the way down, then we're going to actually just bend this knee and use the blocks from a standing position, okay? So just whatever variation works for you. Take a little stretch through that left leg. And then come back up, bring the legs back up and under, and we're gonna stretch on the other side. Hopefully that made sense. I know sometimes it's a little hard to see on the video, on the screen. All right, so starting in gate pose once again, extend right leg out. Point the toes down the mat. Lift yourself up, ground through that standing leg. Reach your arms up, extend, and then we'll start our fold over the ear. Oof. As much as I've done this today, I still had a couple of pops in my back, so this tells me that's probably good. Breathe beautifully. One more breath. Inhale, bring both arms up, bring them down, and we're going to go one more time. So inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift and fold. Nice deep breath. Inhale, bring both arms up. This time, your left hand comes all the way down. Just tip yourself over like you're a little pitcher Lift that right leg up, press through the heel if you can, or you can use the floor for support. Again, a little modified half moon. And then inhale all the way back up. Bring your hands down in front. Decide which of those variations of Skandasana works for you. If you want to come back on the leg, sitting on that right foot, extend the leg down, flex through the extended leg heel, and just feel that stretch. All right, come forward. Come on back to your hands and knees. I'm going to swing around so I'm back the normal position. And then we're going to take that blanket off the mat. Okay, set your blocks up so that they're at the front. And let's start to flow the body a little bit more. So inhale, let's lift the knees off the mat. Press back to a nice downward facing dog. Just neutralize the spine, get some length. 3 full breaths here. Inhale. Very nice. All right, so from here, let's walk the feet up to the front of the mat. Come to a forward fold position. Keep your knees soft if you need to. We've done a lot of stretching, so it might feel okay to you today. Maybe just sway back and forth a tiny bit. Let your head hang down. Always feels nice. And then we're going to rise to the top. Arms are going to reach up and overhead. And then bring them down by the side. All right. So we're going to begin our first run through the moon salutation. The way this is going to go is we're going to flow starting with one direction. We're going to eventually come around and be facing the back. And then we're going to actually come back around all the way to the front. So just follow through. We're going to take it slowly and let's move. Inhale. Let's lift the arms up and over to begin. Exhale. Bring your hands to heart. Inhale, lift your arms up. Palms will connect over your head. And then exhale, we're going to take a crescent, our first Chandrasana, crescent moon over to the left. Stay here for a breath. Press down through the outside of the right ankle. Inhale, bring the hands back up to center. And exhale, arch over to the right. Beautiful crescent moon. Think about the moon. Think about your body being a gorgeous arc, just like the moon. Inhale and bring it back to center. All right, so from here, we're going to step back so that we're long ways down the mat. Point your toes out, bend your knees, and come to goddess. So lengthen down through your tailbone. Lift up through the crown of your head. Shoulders and elbows are in alignment. Fingers are wide. Nice, strong goddess. Take a breath here. From goddess, we're going to straighten the legs, straighten the arms, come to 5-point star. One full breath here in star. Keep lifting up through your head. And then from 5-point star, we're simply going to shift the feet so that both sets of toes are more or less pointing forward. And then reach out over your right leg, coming into Trikonasana. We're going to windmill down for Trikonasana. Bring your hands, to your shin or to a block. Lift up, extend, beautiful triangle pose. And then from triangle, we're going to take that left hand down. Again, reach for your other block if you need to. So we come into pyramid pose. Shift your hips so that your feet are slightly further apart. Right hip pushes back. Left hip comes forward as we square. Lengthen, really pull the crown of your head toward the front of your mat. As you exhale next, bend your elbows, decide how much you'd like to fold over your right leg. Stay here for another breath. Keep pressing the right hip back. Inhale and come back up. Straighten your arms. Bend your right knee. And we're going to lower the left leg all the way. Knee come all the way down. Coming into a low lunge. You can keep your hands at your blocks. Take a second, just sink down into your hips. And then if you like, and as you're ready, lift your arms up. Come into full crescent lunge. Maybe taking a little back bend. Again, evoking the moon. Exhale, bring your hands back down to your blocks. Now here's where we're going to transition to that Skandasana movement. So if you like, take your blocks around with you. You can come all the way down on top of your right heel. Stretch your left leg out. Or you can stay up and simply use the blocks, in whatever variation works for you. So you're going to stretch that left leg out, flex the foot. Hands are on the mat or the blocks. All right, then we're going to move toward the center of the mat. So press down on your blocks or your mat. Come into a nice wide legged squat. So toes are pointing out. Hands are going to come to your thighs. Just take a squatting position here for a moment. I know it takes some strength. And then bring your hands back down. Once again, lower your body down on top of the left heel and straighten your left leg. So now this is Skandasana on the other side. Taking this really slow this time so that you can get the idea of what all these connections are meant to be. All right, from Skandasana. Press yourself up. Now you're going to walk your hands around to the back side of the mat. So if you need your blocks for lunges, bring them with you. Coming into low runner's lunge, drop your right knee. Lift up for crescent lunge. Facing the back now. Take a second, really drop in. Decide if you want to take the little crescent shape by opening your back. Heart rather. And then bring your hands back down to the mat. Curl your right toes, lift that leg up. You're going to press yourself into pyramid pose. So left leg is straight, right hip comes forward. Decide how much you want to fold over your left leg. Inhale, lengthen and come forward. Drop your right heel down. Hand is going to come to your left shin or a block as we lift up to triangle. So transitioning from pyramid to triangle. And then lift yourself all the way back up. Toes point out, heels come in, 5-point star. Nice breath here. Come right back into goddess. So bend your knees, lower your tailbone. Beautiful. And then from goddess, step back to the front of your mat. Hands to heart. Inhale, both hands up. Crescent moon to the left. Inhale to center, crescent moon to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, hope that went all right for you. We're going to run through that again. Now that you know the flow and the sequence and you kind of know where we're going, we're going to go through it just a little bit faster, not super fast, but maybe not stopping so much in between each one. Remember, if you need those blocks, bring them around with you because we're going to be facing the back side. Or maybe have one on each side if that helps. Check my timing. Okay, good. All right, let's try that again. A little more connected this time, a little more flowing. Starting at the front of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. Inhale, arms up, connect your palms. Exhale, crescent to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, step into goddess. One breath here. Lengthen. From goddess, straighten legs, straighten arms, come to 5-point star. From star, reach the right arm out. Reach it over as we come into triangle. Bring the arms down. Right hand down, left arm reach. Exhale, left hand comes down. Reach for your mat or perhaps your blocks as we come to pyramid. Press your right hip back, left hip forward. Lengthen. Exhale and fold over your right leg. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend your right knee, drop your left leg down. Inhale, up for low crescent. Exhale, take the back bend if you wish. Inhale, up. Bring your hands back down to blocks or mat. And move your hands around to the left. Lift up the left knee. Sit down on your right heel. Skandasana. As you lengthen through the left leg, flex through the foot. Inhale, press yourself up to center. Low squat. Both knees are bent. Hands come to your thighs as you press down into your center. Transition right over into Skandasana on the other side. Lengthen through the right leg. Flex your foot. Inhale, press yourself up. Walk your hands around to the back. Lower your right knee. Inhale, up. Anjaneyasana, low crescent. Exhale, open your back bend. Inhale up and exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift your right knee up, straighten your left leg. Right back to pyramid. You may want to bring your legs a little closer together. Adjust by squaring your hips. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and fold over your left leg. Inhale, left hand comes to the mat or your shin or a block. Lift up to triangle. From triangle, we'll lift all the way back up. Point your toes out, heels in, 5-point star. Inhale, come right back to goddess. Next breath steps you back up to the front. Arms come overhead. Exhale, crescent to the left. Inhale, up overhead. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale, up. And exhale, hands to heart. We've completed our Chandra Namaskar. Beautiful. Get stretched out from head to toe. That's a really good stretchy one. All right, we're going to flow just a little bit more and then flow down. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. From forward fold position, widen your feet a little wider than hip distance. Bend your left knee. Take your left hand to the outside of your right shin or ankle. Reach your right arm up. Take a twist. Exhale, unwind your right hand. Bend the right knee. Bring the right hand over to the left ankle and lift up for a forward folding twist. Exhale, bring the left hand back down. Hopefully your blocks are somewhere near your front of your mat. Go ahead and place your hands on your blocks. Lengthen through your spine, so really get some nice length from your tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Bring your heel toe, your feet back into hip distance. And on your next breath, lift your right leg up. Come into standing splits with your right leg pressing out behind you. Exhale, if you want to bend forward, that's your call. You can bend over that standing left leg. Take some balance. Inhale, come back up. Step the right foot back. Take your hands off the blocks. Lift up to high runner's lunge or high crescent. Exhale, bring your hands back down to the mat. Slide the left leg back. Take a downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to the front of the mat. Come to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Extend. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands again on the blocks. Lift your left leg up. Find your balance in standing splits. Exhale. If you wish, you can bend over the standing right leg. Sometimes it helps to have a teeny little micro bend in your knee. Gives you a little bit more control. Inhale, press yourself back up, straighten your arms. Left foot comes down behind. Take your hands off the blocks, lift up to high lunge. Exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Slide your right foot back. Nice long downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, drop your knees down. Move your blocks out of the way. Walk your hands forward. Come on down into melting heart. If it feels appropriate, you can bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. Or you can bring their head down to a block if this is too much. Drop your heart down. Let your upper back relax. Deep breath. Drop into your center. One more breath. Inhale, come on up. Walk your knees forward. Swing your legs around in front. Let's roll all the way down. Draw your knees into your chest. Place one hand on top of each knee. Take some small circles, just massaging the sacrum. Round and around. And circle around another way. Very nice. Go ahead and bring both feet down on your mat. Arms come into a T off the shoulder. We're going to take the right leg and cross it over the left. Squeeze your thighs tightly together. Decide if you want to wrap that right ankle around your left leg one more time. Really twist your roots together. And then you can drop both knees over to the left. Slowly let them come down. Maybe they come all the way to the floor, maybe not. It's okay. Not going to pain, but just to a nice, sweet, deep engagement. Relax through their hips, even though they're squeezing together. Maybe drop your right ear towards shoulder. Bring your legs back up. Unwind your legs. Bring both feet down. Cross your left leg over your right this time. Once again, decide if you want to wrap your legs one more time. Sometimes you get a little extra squeeze there, but then we'll drop both knees over to the right. Twisted roots. A lot of opening in the groin and in the hips today, so we want to make sure we get some nice counter stretches the other way. Squeezes everything in the center. You can drop that left ear down if it feels good for you. Both knees back into your chest. Lift your feet up toward the ceiling. Just going to take a few breaths here in waterfall pose. This is another variation of legs up the wall. If you have a wall and you would prefer to place your feet on a supported structure, and move that direction. If you don't have a wall, which I actually don't have a great wall here in my practice area without completely going off camera. Just let your lower back relax. And I always like to imagine that my feet are reaching up into an actual waterfall. You trickle with the water, the smooth, cool feeling as it comes down the legs. Extend your legs all the way out. Accommodate my little visitor that came to take over part of my mat here. Let's point the toes, lift the arms up and over. Take a nice full body stretch. Deep breath in. See if you can feel the energy and all that we've opened up in that flow today. Exhale, just let it go soft. Bring your hands down by your side. Find yourself in a nice comfortable position that you'd like to take for a few minutes of Shavasana, and perhaps come back to the meditation earlier. Us to go a little further inward. To tap into the inner consciousness that is ourselves, our true selves. let's once again point the toes, lift the arms up. Take one more long, beautiful stretch. Exhale. Hands back down, bend your knees. Hug your knees into your chest. However you like. Some soft and gentle movements to roll yourself back up. Up through the crown of the head, open the arms wide, create a beautiful space around us. Fill it with the consciousness of your being. And bring hands down to heart as we bow in Anjali Mudra. The light in me is honored and grateful for the light within you. May your consciousness pervade beyond